Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian J's Nerd Talk, and I'm finally done reading this amazing book called Becoming Superman by J. Michael Straczynski, who is the the writer, showrunner, creator of Babylon 5, and he's also the writer and co-creator of Sense8. I mean, he's one of the greatest science fiction writers and comic book writers of all time. He wrote The Amazing Spider-Man for 6 years. He wrote Superman Earth 1, which is on a New York Times bestseller list, one of the greatest comic book stories ever written about Superman. And yeah, Becoming Superman by J. Michael Straczynski is such a great book. This book is a masterpiece of a memoir. This is one of the greatest, if not the best memoir I've ever read in my life. It's an absolute masterpiece, and it's truly terrifying. It's horrifying. His childhood is awful. Their early years, his childhood with his father, his family is just so terrible. His father was a horrible man. His father was a racist, a Nazi, a war criminal who murdered innocent Jewish men, women, and children by machine gun. And the man was so terrible that J. Michael Straczynski spent his entire life not being his father, being the opposite of trying to be like Superman and being good and kind and loving towards people and helping people and being just a good person. And after all of his struggles and all of his suffering, he made it big in Hollywood. He became a successful movie screenwriter. He wrote the script for the movie called Changeling, which is a really good movie. And it's well directed. And Angelina Jolie gave one of her best performances ever. She was nominated for Best Actress. He wrote the script. He co-wrote the script Ninja Assassin. He wrote the story and part of the script for the Thor movie and Underworld Awakening. He wrote World War Z, which is not a good movie, but I don't know if his script was to blame for that. But Sense8 was incredible. I love Sense8. That's one of my favorite shows. It's probably the best incomplete science fiction show ever made. And Babylon 5 is the greatest science fiction show ever made. And now he's coming out with the Babylon 5 animated movie this summer, which I'm super excited about. I'm very happy for J. Michael Straczynski. Knowing his life story, I feel like if he could do it, if he could survive and be a success, I think I can do it too. So, my childhood was not great. It was rough, but both of my parents loved me. My mother loves me, and my mom is great, and happy Mother's Day, even though Mother's Day was yesterday. Still, I'm lucky. I'm lucky in comparison to him. If he could go through the hell that his family put him through and could come out a huge success, then, I could do it too. So I highly recommend Becoming Superman by J. Michael Straczynski. This is the greatest memoir I've ever read. And it's a great book. It's amazing. So this is Brian J's Nerd Talk. I'll talk to y'all later. And this is my review of Becoming Superman. Please go read it. I'll talk to y'all later. This is Brian J's Nerd Talk.